Now, in 1990, during the civil war in Sierra Leone, an 11-year-old girl was among those who fled the eastern town of Kono, where she was born. Today, Isatu Harrison is a fashion designer with her own label here in London called Izelia. Her clothes are a mix of African and Western styles that draws heavily on her Sierra Leonean heritage. Isatu spoke to us about her journey into the fashion world.
I am Isatu Harrison, and I am the founder and head designer of Izelia. Izelia is a brand that combines print, tie-dye, anything from Africa with contemporary, fabric in the UK. I moved to London to further my studies. I did my college and university studies. I studied psychology, but fashion has always been my first love. So after working in the corporate world for a few years, had a baby, I decided to do what I love doing. My journey so far has been tough, has been very challenging, especially in terms of raising finance. When I was trying to start the brand, the Izelia brand, I didn't have any savings or very little savings. So I thought of ways in which I can raise money to to start the brand itself. So I started doing cleaning. Cleaning houses was very, very therapeutic. So it gave me time to really think a lot about, the brand, what I need to do to start it, and patience and, managing my time. The advice I'll give people is have a strong support around you. You need people who will tell you the truth, but at the same time encourage you. You need support from family, you need support from friends. My mom has been my biggest influence. She is one stubborn woman, one committed, determined woman, and I got all of that from her. So sometimes when times are tough, when I feel like, oh God, this is not going the right way, I just think of the struggle she's been through. I grew up in Kono, the diamond-rich area of Sierra Leone, and that area was one of the areas that was hit really badly. And my mom had her business there. She was one of the big business women. So when the war broke out in Kono, we all had to escape Kono, and people went their different ways, and we ended up in Freetown. So in 2016, the policy advisor for the Royal College of Midwifery was going to receive her MBE for her work towards female genital mutilation, and she wanted me to create her, the outfit that she wore to go see the Queen. She wanted an African piece, but looking very contemporary. So we just sat down and we talked about it, and left her office, and I started working on the piece. And when I saw her wearing my piece, I cannot tell you my excitement. I mean, having somebody wear my piece to go to the Royal Palace, it was a big deal.
Fascinating.